And we're coming to you live for the Built Ford Tough Studio. Boomer Esiason, Greg Giannotti. It's Boomer and Gio on the Fan. Simulcast across the country on CBS Sports Network. And wherever you are in the free Odyssey app. Good Thursday morning. We are back. Boomer has not yet entered the studio, but he is here. And he will be here for our 7-year anniversary. That is right. This is the 7-year anniversary of Boomer and Gio. It was 2018 that we started on January 2nd, and now we are fast-forwarding here to 2025. There's Boomer. So our 7-year anniversary, the start of year 8 of Boomer and Gio, which is a hard thing to believe, quite honestly, when I think – you're right.
What the hell is this in here?
I don't know if we're going to make it through year 8. As Boomer is kicking boxes and throwing things around as we start our 8th year. Boxes that you probably left there.
No, maybe it was Willie who brought some boxes in just to have me step on them.
Maybe.
How you doing, all right?
Yeah, I'm doing great. Good morning, Boomer. How are you?
I'm doing great. I was just telling Al out in the hallway that for, let me see, probably about 25 years, that was the longest vacation I've ever had around Christmas.
Yeah.
Which was unbelievable because a million things happened while we were off the air.
That is correct. So let's detail every single one of them. No.
Let's not.
Chernoff hated that. He's like, I know you were off, but don't go back and talk about everything that happened while you were off. But yeah, that was a big thing of his. But yeah, a lot of stuff happened. I think this was the longest time I was ever off, period, quite frankly.
So you too.
I mean, it had to be.
I mean, I was working, through the holidays and this goes back to Thanksgiving too when you think about it. So I would have football games and everything on CBS while I wasn't here.
Right.
So it wasn't like I was totally off, but I was totally off.
You were totally off?
Except for one kickoff show with Mike Valenti.
That was it?
That didn't get played on this station.
Oh, it didn't?
No.
Why not?
Because loose ends. People not taking care of their jobs.
Really?
And why did I come in to actually even do the show when it wasn't going to be played on this station?
That is a bad one.
Yeah.
That's so. Wait, huh?
Yeah. Yep.
Who was the loose end, though?
I don't want to be throwing people under the bus, but it was.
Well, I mean, you brought it up here.
Yeah, I just told you.
Okay. Well, now I need to know.
I told you it was Big Zoo.
Oh, you did. I missed that. Oh, I'm sorry. I did not hear
100% Zoo and Marinac.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I missed it because Eddie was throwing names in my ear while you were saying that.
Right.
So I did not hear you say Big Zoo.
Yeah,
Big Zoo's on a little bit of a bad run here.
And
a little bit of a bad run.
Here's what I'm sick of when it comes to Gen Z and this crap. My bad. I played hockey over the break. I probably played like 6 or 7 games, which is great. It was great, And I was playing with a buddy of mine, Jeff. I'll just say his name is Jeff, and I play with him all the time. Played with him for the last 25 years. One of the nicest people in the world.
Oh, nice, Jeff. I know there's a couple of jerks the name Jeff.
Right, exactly.
Right,
and I played with his son, TJ, was on our line, and TJ was younger and much younger than us, and he could fly up and down the ice. But he kept coming back to the bench going, my bad. I'm like, what the hell is it with my bad? If it's your bad, then get off the ice and get the hell out of here.
Yeah.
Because I'm sick and tired of hearing about your bad. Start thinking positive. Start thinking about doing something that's going to help.
Right.
And what did he do on the next shift? Batted a puck out of the air, backhanded into the net.
All right, so let's go back to these guys dropping the ball here. So big. What was on the air? So it's an hour-long show.
It was the repeat of the week before.
Oh, that's even worse.
Oh, I snapped.
You snapped?
I did. I thought I was checked out, but I'm never really totally checked out.
No, of course not.
And yet I snapped.
So did you put on the radio station looking to hear the new one, or did someone alert you that it was the wrong one?
No, I actually checked it out on the app.
Okay, so you went to
the app, and I'm like, okay, and it says the date, but it's playing the week before.
Oy.
And so the first person I reach out to is the producer. That's Brian Rascona.
Right.
And you can imagine what he must have been like when he got that text from me.
Yeah, and he's a little bit of a guy who's he could go off the deep end at times.
Well, we've heard that on the air.
Yeah, we've heard that on the air. We've also seen that in text messages that he'll send us. Yes.
So I snapped in a text to both him and Valenti.
Oh, okay.
Just because, Valenti, I like to get him fired up too, man.
Oh, I'm sure.
That guy is, I want that guy in my foxhole.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, he is, when he hates something, he hates something.
I'll tell you, he will go after you and he will annihilate you.
Right, like the Phil Simms interview. He hates that.
No, he doesn't.
Oh, sorry. I
he likes the fact that it's me and him.
Oh, okay.
But anyways, that Phil Simms piece has turned out to be great.
Of course, we love Phil. Wednesdays.
And every week it gets longer and longer and longer.
Awesome. So, all right. So you send this text out, and
just to see their response.
Okay.
And then, of course, I got a text back from Brian Rascona explaining the whole situation.
So when did you find out that it didn't air?
It was Saturday, probably around 11 a.m.
Okay, so the whole show had already aired.
Yeah, I think that Zoo figured it out by the time the third segment. I think the third segment actually made the air.
Third segment.
I think.
Well, I mean, you should know right away within like 2 seconds because it's doing the old content.
Well, Zoo was here, but I don't know if he listens to the program when he's here, putting it into the system and everything. I'm not really sure.
Oh man. Anyway, well,
so heads are rolling.
Heads are rolling.
I'm back. It's 2025. And we're going to start kicking some ass around here.
That's right. We're kicking some ass.
We're putting our foot down. We're going to kick some ass, take some names.
Yeah.
And if people don't start respecting the place, then they're out of here.
Okay.
I'm making that decision.
You're going to be firing people.
Well, I'm going to be. In this case, I'm not doing that for Zoo or David because they've been here for a long time.
Someone else will do it.
But I don't want to hear my bad anymore.
Okay. No more my bad.
I'm sick and tired of hearing my bad. If somebody says my bad one more time, you know what that means? That means it's time for accountability.
Okay.
That means you're replaced.
Wow.
All right. Can we make that a thing?
Hey, I don't have that type of power. You do. I know.
Are you up for that?
Up for replacing people?
I'm sick and tired of hearing my bad because that's not okay. That's not okay. See, there you go. He knows what's going on. And that's a guy who works his ass off.
That is true. Well, it's different. It was a different breed. All of us back in the day, with coming up through the internship program and all that, and Jerry did it, and I did it, and many other people here have done it. And then the last 10 years or so, not so much. You don't have that same type of go-getter attitude
on this show. Since I started here with Craig and now you starting our 8th year, which we're almost catching up the amount of time I work with Craig.
That's right.
There was never not a total commitment to this program.
Well, that's different, though. That's different. This group, obviously, there's a standard.
Now, Al has stepped back quite a bit. Doesn't get really
back.
Yeah, he does more of his own thing now than he did back then. He's got his pregame show. He's got his postgame podcast. He stepped back from really immersing himself into the actual show itself.
Yeah, that's true. He's got other creative outlets. He's just basically a babysitter for these 4 hours, and then he gets out all of his thoughts before and after the show.
He has to earn his paycheck, and then he does what he wants to do.
Exactly.
Yeah, right,
yes.
Exactly. It's a sort of a clock-in spot. Clock in, clock out.
Clock in, clock out.
Feet up.
Yeah.
And then let's get my real stuff going after the show and before the show.
Now, good for him.
Absolutely.
Hey, look, he's been around here long enough.
It seems to be making him happy.
Yeah, and he's been in the business long enough to be able to make those decisions. Of course,
he seems to be in a great spot with this scale back situation that he's got and getting out all his creativity. If you listen to 5 to 5:10. Maybe 5:15, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Or actually the whole hour.
Oh, my God.
Oh, today was off the charts today?
I mean...
So you pissed off at congestion pricing?
No.
Is today the first day of that, by the way?
No, Monday.
Next Monday. The 3 topics for the 3 segments. Al is angry at MSG Networks. Al is angry about Saquon. Al is angry at the world after 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
It was all the terrorist stuff that went on. That's what I was.
Yeah, and by the way, it's interesting, and I want to be serious for one moment, thinking about what happened in New Orleans. If you have to have your head up your ass, not to think that something like this isn't going to happen more often now, and because of what we've been through the last 4 years and the amount of people that are here that we don't know who they are. So I'm going to say that, and I know that New Orleans is on high alert. The entire country should be on high alert. Whether it be, I was thinking New Year's Eve. Somebody was going to try to pull something, but you got and half of the politicians in this country have no clue to what they're doing. Okay. So anyway, got that off my chest.
All right, very good. I'll bring it back with something light here because
idiots running this state. Yeah.
I think this. So I just noticed something that I think is quite hilarious.
Okay.
And I think this is what's going on. All right. So your hand,
Yes.
the top of it.
Okay.
What's on it?
It's a tattoo.
Guess what I have on my hand?
A tattoo.
Yeah, a little glitter tattoo.
I have the remnants of a glitter tattoo.
That is unbelievable.
That Winnie Doo-Doo gave me.
And
the
this
first
is
moment she saw me on Christmas. And by the way, it took me 10 gallons of coffee, about 5-hour energies, and 3 C4s to get through it all.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that is so obviously this glitter tattoo kit was both a present from Santa to Winnie Doo-Doo and also Sabrina and Summer. And we both, I got mine a little bit more off than yours.
Yes.
But both on our left hand this morning as we come in.
I don't know why.
We've got this glitter tattoo remnants on us.
Yeah, and
How about that?
You know what? I have to get it refreshed. I actually liked it.
Yeah, mine was a unicorn.
Yours was a unicorn. Mine was like a snowflake.
Oh, okay.
And it actually fits. I'm a snowflake.
You got a lot of snowflakes on that fist, I feel like.
You know what's amazing? I wanted to do a boom pod date with Winnie.
Yeah.
And I wanted to take her to see Mufasa in IMAX. So I got the whole thing set up after Christmas. Mm-hmm. And, all right, it's going to be the first. Well, I've actually taken her on bike rides and stuff like that. But this was going to be taking her to the movies. I got to take the potty top, the whole thing, just in case. Mm-hmm. Next thing I know, Casper wants to go. Gunnar wants to go. Matt wants to go. And I just get pushed to the side.
Yeah.
I mean,
not a bad thing.
I mean, I'm glad we all spent time together, but, I was just trying to, do the right thing,
Yeah, but I understand, but you didn't want to be in charge of all of that, because next thing you would have been you and then all the kids, and then it just would have been too much.
But here's the sneaky part of all of this, is that I said to Winnie I wanted to take her to go see Mufasa, and this was like 2 days before Christmas.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, Boompa, okay. I said, we'll get some gummy worms and this and that. Okay, I'm in. And then she must have said something to Casper, because then Casper told his mom, Darcy, that he wanted to go to the movies.
Yeah, here
Winnie.
we go. Yep.
And then the next thing you know, it got out of control, and then there was 5 of us, and, we decided to have to buy the food.
Yeah.
I only bought the tickets.
And then Winnie went up to you and said, Boompa, my bad.
She's never going to say that. She will never say that.
Oh, man. So anyway, what do we do? Do we start talking sports now at 13 after? I don't know.
I got an idea for you.
Oh, yeah, give me an idea.
So you're activated, right? Totally activated with your Vikings now, and this game on Sunday is going to be huge.
Yeah, I will say
Lions.
that I am for the 1 seed on Sunday night, and it sucks that they had to flex that for my own personal, staying up and all that. But I get it. I understand why. I am fully activated for this 1 seed on the line because I think that is the difference between going to the Super Bowl or maybe getting eliminated or quite possibly more likely getting eliminated in the divisionals. They got to get this 1 seed. They have to. And it sucks for the team that loses because the team that loses is going to be 14-3 and having to play all their probably because unless they have a 6 seed, they meet the 6 seed somewhere. But or worse, or 7 seed. So they're going to have to play all their games on the road. But this is critical.
I have to tell you, man, Sam Darnold's been amazing. And my point was if he can win his next, I said 3 games, which would have been the game against the Packers, this week against the Lions, and then the first round of playoffs they would have a bye. So then in the divisional round, win that game and then host the NFC into the championship round, hosting it at Minnesota would be unbelievable.
Yeah.
It would be unbelievable.
And people would say to me, hey, you want to, go to the game when the next time you're going to go out to Minnesota, go to a game. And I said that the next time I go out there is if they host an NFC championship game. I've been saying this now for years. So
the Wilf family who own the Vikings, are from New Jersey, and they're huge Ranger fans.
Yeah, and they're great family.
Yeah,
I feel like they love golf. Everywhere I go, I feel like there's been a caddy who has caddied for a Wilf.
I mean, what you and a buddy want to go out there? What do you want to do?
I'm not doing that yet. I'm not doing that yet. This is a classic touch the cup spot. I'm not doing that yet. All I'm saying is I have said for years the next time I go out there is if they they hosted a championship game. So,
all right, if they do that, if that happens, I will be more than happy to make that happen.
Oh, well, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that very much, and we'll see how it goes. But I of course, still being fully activated, and I can't stand the Lions, and their defense stinks. I'm so tired of everybody loving them. But
it's going to be tough in their building.
Yeah, I mean,
they had a tough game the last time these two teams played.
It was a 1-point game,
right? Very high scoring. I wouldn't be surprised. 31-30, winner wins by a point, or whoever has the ball last.
And everybody say, how could you get rid of Sam Darnold? Listen, I've been saying for weeks I would keep him. I would, but the
number, it comes down to what can he get on the open market,
and in that building. They believe, as great as Sam has been, they'll use him as an example, that it's the system and it's not the guy.
All right, so
that's what they're going to tell everybody when they make the switch to J.J. McCarthy.
Here it is. It's the Case Keenum, Kirk Cousins discussion.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing. Like that's a good discussion to have. So that would lead me to believe that if I were a team that needed a coach and a quarterback, not named the New York Jets, by the way. Yeah. Not the New York Jets. No.
Right.
What wouldn't it make sense for somebody to hire Brian Flores and have him bring Sam Darnold with him?
Yeah, it certainly would. I think that Sam's got to be in the right environment with the right people, obviously, to thrive.
How about if the Giants actually, I don't know, the Giants, I don't know what they're doing. I have no insight into any of this, but if they decided to make a move, God, I'm actually thankful that they don't have the number 1 overall pick, to be honest with you. I don't want either one of these quarterbacks here in New York. But anyway, saying that, if they had the guts to go for Brian Flores as their head coach, Sam Darnold as their quarterback, and sign T. Higgins as a free agent.
It'd be way worse situations, I think, than that. I mean, that sounds good to me. I just don't think Sam is going to want to come back to New York, even in the different uniform. It's
a different Sam. It's a different guy.
It's a different guy because he's in different environments.
All right, and then the other thing, too, is something else to watch this week. So the Kansas City Chiefs, obviously, are playing at the Denver Broncos. It's a huge game for the Broncos. They have to win. Patrick Mahomes is not playing. Carson Wentz is playing. And why is that important? Because if Steve Spagnuolo gets a job, there is a good chance that he has now watched Carson Wentz all year long in practice going against his defense as the scout team quarterback. They may have developed a relationship. I'm not sitting here and telling you that. I'm just talking about stopgap quarterbacks. Garoppolo, Sam Darnold would be more than a stopgap because you'd have to commit more money to him. Carson Wentz is a stopgap. There are a number of players out there like that you can bring in that could play for 2 years like Baker Mayfield did for Tampa Bay. And see whether or not, they are the long-term answer or are they just a short-term answer with a coach who respects them and will protect them.
Yes. Now, the money that these guys make is going to be a huge deal. How long? I mean, is someone desperate to give?
Carson Wentz is going to get a 2-year deal, like $20 million.
Well, yeah, Carson Wentz will
be guaranteed.
But Sam Darnold's going to get much more than that.
He'll get more. And he should get more.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
And by the way, the Carolina Panthers had both Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield on their roster.
Right. Well, Bryce Young actually looks like he can play a little bit now, which is amazing.
Maybe not. I don't know. I don't think they're totally sold on him.
Yeah, but still, he went from being someone who was completely overwhelmed. Mm-hmm. He at least looks the part a little bit now.
And if you are the Patriots and you hold on to the number 1 pick, you're not taking Travis Hunter. You're trading that pick. And you're getting a massive haul for that pick because some team out there is going to be stupid enough to want to go up there to number 1 and grab one of these quarterbacks, which are not worth, in my eyes anyway, a top 20 pick.
Yeah, always happens, though.
No matter what anybody says, no matter how much PR there is around people, they'll be drafted, and they should be drafted. But these are not immediate difference makers in my eyes.
All right, Boomer and Gio on the Fan and CBS Sports Network.